Season 1 ended with maybe the most dramatic escape I've ever had. Now Burnley need a rebuild, and we have a lot of money. Lots of players have gone, lots of players have joined. Let's get straight into what the squad looks like right now, the first day of the season. So here we are with our summer departures. We have cleared out the squad. There are some surprise sales here, mostly to me, because I didn't expect to be selling quite as many players as I did, but the transfer budget looked very healthy afterwards. First up, Jadon Anthony. Now, a bit of a surprise. I was hoping to keep him around the squad and loan him out, but Crystal Palace came in with a little under £11 million. I said, fair enough, he can go. It meant I could bring someone in that left wing position to compete with Koleosho. Worth doing. The next one, Jordan Bayer asked to leave. Too easy an opportunity to turn down. He had to go. £22.5 million from our friends in Saudi Arabia, who have helped us elsewhere. You'll see as well with another deal. He had to move on. We've brought in a few centre-backs, actually, and each wasn't going to start this season. £22.5 million, good deal. Brun Larsen, another one like Anthony and Crystal Palace. Again, thank you very much. £7 million for a player who didn't really play at all last year, and when he did, he looked pretty bang average. Brun Larsen leaves for Crystal Palace. Not much else to be said. Josh Cullen, another player who said he was leaving like Jordan Bayer. I tried hard to sell him. He actually turned down moves for more money to Spain, but it turns out Atalanta were one for him, so he has gone off to Italy. Another sale. This one I was shocked by. You will see the price there, £36 million for a player we got on a free a year ago, and I'd already replaced by the time the Leicester came for him. £36 million. He's gone to the newly promoted Foxes. A good signing for them. A bit in the way that we signed him, but I wouldn't have paid £36 million for him. Great bit of money that we've reinvested, I think, smartly. Lyle Foster, this one was arranged pre this end of the season, £21.5 million. Good money for the South African forward. We've reinvested again in that position. You'll see some faces, maybe some familiar faces. Now one, Pacheco, another signing that we made at the beginning of the first season. To be honest, he was just someone to fill in goal for the year. We've brought in a really exciting young goalkeeper. He's moved on. Good money for me. I think £4 million in his wages off the books. Last but not least on the departures, Kyle Walker. Now, Kyle Walker, great player, but he's 35 years old. As soon as I saw that Saudi money was interested, £31 million, I didn't even negotiate. I said, thank you very much. Get yourself moved along. £31 million. We've brought in another right back. It will be a shame to lose Kyle Walker. He was really important to us, but he was 35. It wasn't going to last forever. That money wasn't going to come back again. £31 million. Kyle Walker moves on as well. And here we are with the arrivals. First up, I said I wanted a replacement for Pacheco. Noah Atabolu from Freiburg. Great young goalkeeper. Will be our keeper for probably the remainder of this. He is fantastic. Talking of fantastic, Armando Broja returns as well. I couldn't turn down the opportunity. £8 million. He went back to Chelsea and was transfer listed and negotiated a really good deal for us. We're paying something like £2 million up front. Fantastic business. I love it. One of those wheeler dealer moves. I don't mind being called it. Next up, Monchu. Another good bit of business. He's a little bit more at £12 million that we paid pretty much most of up front. He is going to come in and anchor the midfield with Martel. I'm staying with the aggressive system, but I wanted someone who could ball play. Monchu can ball play, and he's physically really capable as well. Next up, Omar Saleh, my bargain of the summer. A brilliant physical centre-half. Good with his feet as well, quick. Will partner my other centre-half that I've brought in really well. It's going to be a brand new partnership, but they are really complementary to each other. Now, Kyle Walker left, and I looked around for a while, and I really did look around for a while for a right-back. Brandon Soppy is the option. Hopefully he doesn't take after his name, but I think he's going to be a really good right-back. He actually profiles very similarly to Kyle Walker. He's very quick, he's very physical, but has that ability to get up there front of the pitch, overlap Marcus Edwards on the right-hand side, and be a really good right-back for us for a while as well. And £10 million, a bit of a bargain. Another one, Thales Magno, a name that we will all be familiar with. He is really just a case that left side. I wanted someone to go with Koleosho. It's why I sold Anthony. It's why I sold Brun Larsen. Thales Magno comes in, a really good left winger. I think he's going to be sold for more money than we got involved by a distance. Talking about, and then another defensive midfielder, Tom Krause, really just a depth option. I've actually made a couple more free agent depth options. I've not put them all here. You'll see them as we go through the season. And the other centre-back, this is not depth. This is going to be a starting partner for Soleil. Jean-Paul Van Hecker, one of the bonuses of Brighton getting relegated, even though, as you can see, not so happy for me. They go down. He goes onto the transfer list for £22 million. I paid it all up front. I said yes. Jean-Paul Van Hecker, him and Soleil, done. Centre-halves sorted for a while. 26 a pair of them. Perfect. Absolutely bang on for what we want at centre-half. And last but not least, Fabio Vieira. Now, this is my... If I hit on this transfer, we'll get into Europe this season. I genuinely believe Fabio Vieira. I think he will probably play ahead of Broja, next to Pinamonti, as the pressing forward on support. He is creativity. He is so capable with the ball at his feet. I think Fabio Vieira is going to be the thing that takes Burnley to mid-table and beyond. A really good signing. Another one that means we might have to give money back to Arsenal. But a really good player of real quality. We need to have quality. Fabio Vieira is that. And now we're going to get into our first game of the season against West Ham. And I'm going to show you the lineup I'm going to start with the season at least. And here we are for that game against West Ham to kick off the season. It's a much nicer start this year than last. We've had to drop Van Hecker because he's injured. Same with Tales, he's injured as well. So Vieira's going to play off the left. Isn't going to be where he's going to play long term. But I actually want to give him a chance on that left to create from where he is. So in goal, Atbolu. Back four, Soppy, Hartman as the fullbacks. Soleil, Esteve together as centre-back. Two in front, Monchu and Martel. Outright, Marcus Edwards. On the left, Fabio Vieira. And we've kept Broja and Pinamonti together for now. If it starts to not work as well as it did last year, we'll bench one of them. Vieira will go up front. I'm actually looking at signing another striker as well. So we're going to see how this West Ham game goes to give us a real indication of just how good this squad actually is. So the first game did not go especially well. We've just finished it there. I'm frustrated in terms of the result. I'm not frustrated in terms of the performance. We absolutely dominated them. They snuck a couple of goals with Fulkrug. These two centre-halves haven't played together. They won't be playing together all the time. So I'm happy that when Van Hecker gets in, we'll be a bit better. We're going to move on now, hopefully to the end of the month, see ourselves through the transfer window, get maybe one or two more in, and I'll be back with you at the end of the transfer window. Right, here we are at the end of the transfer window. Good form, really good form actually, look through here. I was worried after the West Ham game that maybe the system was a little too aggressive. I've decided that's nonsense. We're just going to try and outscore everyone again like I did last season. And that has paid off in other games. Not the Aston Villa game. Really, we got lucky to get a point away at Villa. I was actually really happy with that. I think they're the sort of team now we need to compete with in the home games. If we lose the away games, that I'm not too worried about. But a team we should be competing with, Nottingham Forest, and we annihilated them, to be honest. We were so aggressive, physically capable. This team is actually now starting to move into what I want. I've swapped Vieira and Edwards. Vieira will now probably play off the right with Edwards on the left. Works quite nicely. They've both combined pretty well. We won in the Carabao Cup, so we will be getting more of those games this year than we did last year. But the squad's a little bit more capable now to handle that sort of thing, I think. And then Southampton, we beat 3-2. It looks close. It really wasn't. They were in the lead. And then in the second half, we stepped up to another gear. Pinamonti got the first. Worrell scored, who I've now dropped back into the team while we've had a few issues with Soleil, I think, to be honest. So we've had to drop him out. Worrell's come back in. That actually looked really good. Worrell and Van Hecker have been great. And in terms of transfers, we made one more move in the window. We brought in Lorenzo Colombo, who immediately got injured, although not a big one, so he'll be fine. He'll be back really pretty soon. He is just another striker. We needed someone that was out and out, who could just play either of the roles we play up front. He is probably going to look to be Pinamonti's understudy. And I think he's good. I think he scored goals for Genoa. He scored goals previously. I think he will be pretty capable for us. And the aim now is really kick on to Christmas, see how well we can do, try and stay in the Carabao Cup. And yeah, it'd be nice to be mid-table by the time we get back in Christmas, and I will see you for that. Right, you join us here on the 1st of January. I haven't gone quite as far as I did last episode because I think we want to see where we are now, and then I'm going to tell you what we're going to do in January, because there is going to have to be some movement. Not because we're bad, but because we are good. We are very good, in fact. This team is really kicking on. This is the high end of my expectations. This is what I thought. If everyone clicked, this would be what would happen. And I have to say, I've changed to the 4-2-3-1. It's not quite with him there. With Vieira in the 10, it's bloody good. We are scarily quite good. I haven't really had to make too many changes to the team as we've gone. Worrell at centre-back has basically kept himself in there all season. Hasn't really been a reason to change him out, which hasn't been good for Soleil. But really, the team's been bloody brilliant. I'll show you the form. Some standout performances, really. So we left you the end of the transfer window. We beat Arsenal 2-0 away from home. We were defensively brilliant. Atbolu in goal. I'm going to give him his flowers because he's been unbelievably good. Unbelievably good in goal. I imagine we might lose him in the summer because he's just that good. A couple of other performances I wanted to pick out. We beat Man United at home 4-2. They've been rubbish though, to be fair. They've just sacked their second manager of the save. They've been pretty bad. We beat Tottenham 3-0. They've just brought in Daniel Farker. They were pretty bad as well. Carabao Cup. We were into the semi-final. Beat Aston Villa. We had a pretty easy run before that, in all honesty. But a really good win against Aston Villa at home. has meant that we are, as you saw there at the table, we're in fifth place. That could be Champions League football. I don't imagine we'll stay there. For me, anywhere from 7th to 10th would be an amazing season still. I think with the system we play, we're so aggressive. I've looked at the stats. We are so aggressive off the ball. I imagine we might have a few troubles. There is one deal though to tell you about transfer-wise, and it was actually the end. It was done at the end of the transfer window, after the window had closed, after I'd come back to you. Maxi Mestev, I really couldn't find a place for him in the team, so he's moved to Leipzig for £27.5 million. Hasn't really played there either. And a sell-on fee, just to protect us, just in case he goes there and is unbelievably good. He's gone there. And another one as well, we brought Matthew Target in on a free, who's actually played a fair few games for us, because we had a couple of injuries in the team. He's been good at left-back, but just, Premier League experience. We needed a homegrown left-back. He's fantastic there. My aim for January, really, is going to be, I think, a little bit of depth. We do need another centre-half. Really, I should be looking for someone to replace Worrell at some point. He's been really good, though, so it's tough. And other than that, there isn't really loads of places. Maybe a 10. If we're going to play this 4-2-3-1, we could do with another out-and-out 10. So maybe there are a couple of deals. I'm going to come back to the end of January. Carabao Cup, hopefully by then we'll have qualified for the final. Fingers crossed. And yeah, it will be interesting to see what deals we can get done in the next month. Here we are, February 1st. We have made one sale. Eduardo Quaresma has left and gone to Sevilla for £12.25 million. 2 additions, Marino and Damsgaard, loans for the rest of the season to fill out the squad. We needed a little bit of depth at the back. We need a little bit of depth going forward. We've got both of those things. Really has been shown, actually, form has been a little bit iffy. We've only had 2 wins in the league this month, and really there were 2 games we expected to win. A good draw against West Ham, we'll take it. We were far the better teams, I said. Really devastating to not win that one. The Carabao Cup, we're looking like we're going out of, and the FA Cup we're out of. So really, January hasn't helped us. But there's been so many fixtures, and especially with the tactic we play, it's quite hard to be less aggressive and still be effective. So a couple of wins, though. We have kept ourselves bubbling along. We are still in 5th. A good gap down to 8th. Really now, we are just worrying about staying above 8th place. Trying to keep it a European spot would be a fantastic second season in the Premier League. These players are bubbling along nicely. Pinamonti's still scoring goals. Vieira's creating. And it's been really good from our front four. End of the season aim, we want to stay above 8th. Like we did last season, we're going to keep it, and a little bit more now as we get towards the end of the season, as games start to get a little bit close. You join us on the 12th of April, here 4 games to the end of the season, and as you can see, form has been fantastic. Absolutely superb form. We have been beating teams, close wins though, but what's good is we're now keeping clean sheets in a way that last year we weren't controlling games and winning. This year we are controlling games and winning. And I think it's down to the level of player we've brought in. We've got real quality. You look at some of these wins, they've like 2-0, 1-0, 2-0. We've conceded 1 goal in the last 6 games. Like, the form has been really, really bloody good. And I have to say, coming into this end of the season, we are in a Champions League spot, which is an insane position for us to be in. 5 points ahead of Forest. They could close the gap after our draw there in the last game against Leicester. Yep, they could catch us. I'm going to go now, these last 4 games. They are tough. We've got Man City in the run again, much like last year. We've got them next away from home. And I think for us, it's going to be a case, if we get to Everton and Bournemouth and we're still in it, we'll be buzzing. If we finish 7th or 8th, Europe will still be brilliant. Champions League would have been nice, but I think it's a little bit of an overachievement for us this second season in the Premier League. Okay, so we've just played 2 of the games. We lost to Man City in the first one, but I am sat in shock after this Tottenham game. 4-0 win. I really thought we were going to lose back-to-back games. That is a massive, massive result, because it puts 4 points between us and Nottingham Forest. And basically means if Forest manage to bungle their game, who they are playing against... Liverpool, they've got a tough last 3 games. Like last season, our finishing position came down to the last couple of games of the year. This year looks pretty similar. I'll be honest, this season looks very similar indeed. We could be on for Champions League football at Burnley in the second season. That would be the overachievement of all overachievements. Scary. And it's important to add, we have actually qualified for the Europa League, as we've just got it through here. So whatever happens at this point, I'm not bothered. Like, Champions League football would be the cherry on the icing on the cake. Europa League's pretty bloody good as well, though. So we'll take whatever we can get. European football at Burnley next season. I'm not sure the squad's quite ready. Okay, so this is the lineup here, having gone through. I think this is what we're going to go with. Atabolu in goal, Hartman, Van Hecke, Worrell, Soppy. We've had that back line pretty much all year. Midfield, we're now playing this sort of playmaker ball in midfield, and now we've got this attack midfield. We don't have to have 2 DMs on support. These 2 have been fantastic together in midfield. Vieira in behind, again, been quite creative and a good little player in behind. Tales, Edwards, Pinamonti up front. That's going to be our starting 11 for this game against Everton. Again, the job is so unbelievably simple. Beat them. Champions League football comes to Turf Moor, which is an incredible sentence I didn't think I'd be saying in this episode, I'll tell you that much. And yeah, I've just been absolutely insane as a season. The results have just been rolling in. We had the spell between January and sort of March, April, where our form has been so good. It's been no one else has been able to keep up. Monchu though with the ball in, Worrell, who has been fantastic. Tales, options, back post, Edwards scores, Burnley lead, not Goodison anymore, at Bramley Moor Dock. We are 1-0 up and within touching distance again of achieving what we want to achieve on the second last game of the season. This year, well, last year we wanted to finish 4th bottom, this year we want to finish 4th top, which is a remarkable turnaround. A great header there as well from Marcus Edwards. Everything's worked out. Every move that we've made in the summer has paid off. The only player like Soppy at right back is the only one I've really looked at and gone, I'm not sure we're quite getting what we need. He has rotated with Sambo. We've brought another right back in on a free, but he's meant to be depth. You'll see at the beginning of the next episode. But options here. Magno finds Pinamonti. Oh, could have been 2-0. I think if we get 2, it looks really good for us. Monchu, chance to deliver. Ball in, Martel got across the front, did not do enough with it. Everton now, chance to move the ball forward. Jacko seems to have left Sunderland to move to Everton. Mark Travers, we love pressing that ball there. Pinamonti, out to Soppy, has he got options? Looks to drive, goes at the, Murphy can't stop him. Pinamonti, what a save from Travers. Massive save from the Everton keeper. Just keeping possession. Again, like I said, last year we couldn't control games in the way we can. With this system, we're so much more dominant on the ball, and it leads to, I was going to look really clever. Pinamonti nearly scores. Free kick now, Monchu. We've had loads of opportunities here to make it 2-0. I hope we don't regret them. Tales, ball across. Oh my God, how's that not gone in? Unbelievable. How on earth has Bramthwaite kept that out? But 1-0, I mean, look at the XG. The XG at half-time, 2.5. I think we'll keep the team as it is. Pinamonti's not been that lethal recently. I think I'm worried that he's sort of having his head turned. He's not really been linked to anywhere, but he doesn't want to sign a new contract, so I'm a little bit worried we'll lose him in the summer. But I think if we do lose Pinamonti, it'll be a case of we'll just upgrade. With every other player we've sold, look, we've got over £100 million in the transfer budget. We have. I'm pretty confident in my abilities to find someone to replace him, especially with Champions League football, and that's what I said there. So we have to watch out for counter-attacking goals. Everton, with their first real chance, have levelled the game. We do have this sometimes in second halves. Martel, back to Worrell again, keeping possession, not looking to rush the ball forward. Monchu, I mean, Hartman won it, but I think this is going to come back at us here. Karakiri back to James Garner, it's 2-1. What a ridiculous result this would be. Everton have been absolutely dominated. This is the problem with some of these games, is that we find ourselves dragged back into them. And I think now what we're going to do is go really aggressive. We're going to bring Vieira off for Colombo, move Brozier across. Really aggressive, attacking, in possession, be more expressive, go for it. Because I'd rather lose 3-1 than not go for a 2-2. Everton here. Xhaka, Bramthwaite. Pressure is well up onto Everton here. Doyle gives it straight back to us. Koleosho, Colombo. Hartman. That's what we wanted. Koleosho scores. It's only his second goal of the season. Oh, please be onside. Please be onside, VAR. Give us something. Come on. Oh, shut up. Absolute stupidity. Why are you offside, bro? There's absolutely no need. Is it actually Koleosho's offside? It's Koleosho's offside. Oh, I'm not giving Brozier any of the credit at all. Right, we've got a couple of changes. I wonder now if we just start throwing bodies forward. Push these right up. Complete wing back on attack. Complete wing back on attack. Let's throw some bodies forward. Who else have I got on the bench? Damsgaard. We'll bring on for Edwards, I think, and we'll put him in behind as a shadow, and we'll move. Can Koleosho play anywhere else? He could play up front. We'll throw Koleosho up front as an advanced forward. Put them all as advanced forwards. Let's be aggressive. Really, really aggressive now. And we're going to go very attacking. Don't express off because sometimes it means they just play the ball where they don't need to. I'm going to go wider. Let's get after them here. 4 minutes to go. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, not a single highlight. Everton nicked the 3 points, and they nicked the 3 points. Had 5 shots on target. We just didn't do enough. Anywhere near enough at the end there. I mean, it doesn't hurt that much because we are still ahead of Forest. It just means we have to match them on the last day. A win would have pretty much secured it there, and a point would have meant it. Well, a point would have done too much for us, to be fair. So, tough result, but we're going to come back for the last game of the season and hopefully tie it all up there. Okay, so here we are for that last game against Bournemouth. 3 points for us does the job. Even if we lose, it doesn't matter if Forest don't beat our result. So the team's going to stay the same. We're going to jump straight in and really just get the lead, hold on to it this time. Do a better job than we did against Everton. We're at home, advantage to Burnley. Come on. Here we are then, players coming out for the biggest game in Burnley's history, in all honesty. We're going to have around the grounds on so we can keep an eye on Forest's result, much like we kept an eye on Brighton's result last year. Headed away. Tallez, can he get there first? Sarmiento, Morton, Wan-Bissaka, Morton, across. Oh, Dwango Torres scores. Martel had the chance to clear, really cleared it back straight to the Bournemouth player. Disappointing to go 1-0 down. Really disappointing. It really puts pressure on Man United to do us a favour. Can we get ourselves out of trouble? Soppy here at right back. Gives the ball straight to Sarmiento. Senesi here. Into Scott. Can we look to nick the ball? We can. Vieira wins it. Pinamonti scores. Burnley 1. Bournemouth 1. It's got to be. Come on, referee. Come on. You hurt us in the last game. I don't think he was offside. I'm pretty sure he was on, and he was onside. Massive goal. Moves us back into fourth as long as Forest aren't leading at Old Trafford. Absolutely massive goal. Pinamonti looks to hold his position. Gets the ball. Scores. Love it. That is exactly what Pinamonti does. That is who he is. But again, keeping an eye here on Old Trafford. There's been no goals there yet. So a draw would be enough. Truffert, ball in. Again, another clearance goes straight to a Bournemouth player. And it's 2-0. Jeremy Sarmiento, the former Brighton man, scores to make it 2-1 Bournemouth. And they've not been great value for it so far. Out to Wan-Bissaka. Can we look to nick the ball back here? No, we can. Yes, we can. Van Hecke wins it. Martel, Vieira, options. Can he find the right pass? Finds Edwards. Can he find anyone? He smashes it straight over the bar. Marcus Edwards, I'll be honest, is on my list of replacements for the summer. He is the one I'm looking at. We're going to improve that right side. Manchester United score! Rasmus Højlund scores. Does us a massive, massive favour. We can't rely on it. We need to do our bit here. And I think they've just scored another one, but we can't assume. We've got to do our bit. We're going to bring Tallez off for Koleosho. We're going to bring... I mean, Edwards has been terrible. He's going to come off for Damsgaard. We're going to move Damsgaard in behind. We're going to do that, and that'll do. And we are going to go attacking as well. Push on. Come on. Need a goal here. Just to make sure that Forest can't do anything particularly crazy. Hartman, option. Finds Koleosho. Can he find anyone? Hartman, Van Hecke. Not a lot of movement in front of him. Cross to Martel. Soppy, can he beat the fullback? In fact, there might even be in the winger. Martel, Monchu, who is really meant to be connecting play, hasn't been doing that an awful lot. Hartman finds the ball to Damsgaard. The Brentford loanee. Oh, I might have signed him if he'd have scored there. Man United are 3-0 up. Oh, it's massive. It doesn't even matter what we've done. We've really stumbled and fallen on our face over the line here. Can we maybe get a little bit of pride back? No, absolutely not. We're going to stay aggressive, though. We are going to stay on the front foot. Bournemouth looking to roll it out. Play from the back. Adai at left wing, who I think I tried to sign the first season. Loses the ball. Monchu gets it. Finds Vieira out on the right here now. Pinamonti hits the inside of the upright. Oh. Forest have grabbed a goal at Old Trafford. They're going to need two more. Surely not with this much time left. We're going to make one last sub here just for the sake of getting him on. Where is he? Brozier's probably going to be here next season, so we'll get him off. Let's get Monchu off for Kraus, and let's get Marino off because he's leaving soon. And there it is. There is confirmation. Burnley Football Club go from finishing 17th to 4th in one season. And it just shows you in the Premier League, you get your recruitment right and you are able to fly past that middle ground of the Premier League. We have shot past... I mean, look at the teams we're ahead of there. Tottenham, Man United, Chelsea. We've flown past all of them. even the sides that did well last year. We've flown past them as well. Next year's going to be a massive challenge. It's going to be about getting this squad much, much bigger with a lot more quality. What budgets do I have for next season? £136 million. I'll be honest, I've been building it by selling players. They've thrown a bit of extra money in there as well. Burnley have big money to spend and Champions League football to lure players in. Expect big signings. There will be a few outgoings, but expect big signings. So that is the end of the second episode here at Burnley. It has been, I thought the first season was dramatic. I did not see the progress coming in season 2. We have absolutely flown beyond my expectations. I made a comment at the beginning of the episode that Fabio Vieira was going to be the difference. It wasn't necessarily just him, but as a squad, Champions League football. And that's going to be coming beginning of next week. And it's going to be a big rebuild. I think, again, we're going to have to do it again like we did last year. Churn the squad. Bring even more talent in. Take Burnley to Champions League football. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you around.